All right, thrifty friends. Glad you're here. I have something fun to show you today. And what I noticed is there is tons and tons of glass at the thrift store that is probably ends up going to landfill because let's face it, it's not very interesting. Some of it's old. It needs some love. It needs some encouragement. So I found this water slide inkjet printer paper that you can run through your inkjet printer. And these are some designs that I made in Canva. And this is a way to upscale these glasses and add something fun to it with my designs and some designs from the past. I found those Miche, what you call them, designs that are Art Nouveau, and those are fun. So I try to get sets of glass so that there's more than one. But if there's not more than one and it's kind of a cute little thing, some of these little black and white animals and stuff that I've created and printed on these papers look really cool on these little plates. And it just kind of makes for a nice little jewelry holder or just a little side dish or something around the house. So there's a lot of things that you can do to create these things and save some of this art, this glass work. I'm super attracted to these plates when I see them at the Goodwill, but I mean, what can you do with this? This is like 50th anniversary. I mean, they're very beautiful. They've got great rose decals and all this gold trim. I thought maybe the water slide will cover up that 50th anniversary and I could put something artistic in the middle of that to make it cool, maybe a little serving plate or even wall hanging or something like that. So that's kind of what I was thinking about on that plate. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I'll find these really beautiful old plates, maybe just one of them, and wouldn't it be cool to put some sort of design in the middle there? I'm not sure what, but we'll see. These glasses too. I think these are crystal etched glasses, which were very expensive in the day. And maybe I just looked over in the thrift store, but I think if I add a decal to that, they could be pretty cool and really interesting glasses. And then I thought these really cool Art Nouveau designs would be cool on that. Now, these are the spray paints that you need if you want your inkjet transfers to work. You're basically taking the clear and sealing that layer in of inkjet that would be water soluble. So that's the first thing you wanna do is seal that first layer when you print it out on your inkjet printer. Then, secondly, if I want white, because there's no white on the printer, if I want a white background or white to accentuate the black, I'm using a white spray paint secondly. And you can see I'm not spraying it completely so I can't see it because I still need to cut those out, but that layer is fine. Then your third layer, once that white dries, is gonna be the gloss again. So you want your gloss sealer. So here I've brought them inside. They're dry and ready to go in a couple hours. Maybe even sooner than that, really. So you can still see the design through there. So these ones also were spray painted, but because they're color, the white is like behind that, but you do need that. So now you get a bowl of warm tap water and you just go ahead and put your little cutout in there. And you can see when it kind of starts to pretty quickly come away from the paper that it's on. So you want to go ahead and get that sucker on the glass And these wrinkles can be problematic. So, it took me a little while to kind of get it. I also got a silicone rubber spatula out of the drawer here, and you'll see me kind of working from the middle to the outside as I put this on there. Normally, if the paper doesn't fall off, um, all the way, you're kind of gonna stick it on there and then just slide that top coat off. But on that one, it kind of came off. So I thought, okay, well, I'll try it again and show you what it's like when you kind of take that's why it's called water slides. So you can see that the backing is still kind of on there. I'm getting it on there. And I actually think I did this upside down, so I'll probably like have to turn it over in a second. But you can see how it kind of adhere will kind of stick to the glass. And then you kind of slide away the paper. And I think I maybe didn't dip it long enough in the water, but I'm sort of like, okay, well, it's just gonna peel right off anyways. So here we go. Upside down. Oh, it's upside down. And then I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to need to turn this back over. And these are the things you can do because it's still wet and you just get it on there. It is a very thin piece of kind of plastic that adheres to it. So you just be very careful with it and kind of just baby it and pull it sort of from the center out as you're getting it, and you'll kind of see some bubbles and stuff underneath there. So just take your spatula and kind of push from the center out, and that really smooths it on really nicely. And you'll see that within a few minutes, as you kind of work it, that it will just go on there really nicely. I did not. I think like what I might do on something like this also is maybe use some acrylic paint pens and do some more decoration on these. But I know that that needs to go into like a 275 oven afterwards. And I'm not really sure if these decals can go in. So you might need to do the painting part first, and then adhere your um uh transfer to that. And I also did do a clear coat on the top of this afterwards, just on the transfer part of it to kind of give it like another layer of protection. I did write on these when I have them for sale that they should be hand washed. Some of these products say they are dishwasher safe and they will not come off in the dishwasher, but man, I would hate to put them in the dishwasher and have them fade or look terrible. So, I think like if you're going to use these, which you should use them, they're super fun, especially for like a party or something like that. They're very striking looking, I think. And you can, I think just go ahead and wash them a little bit with soap and water and let them dry, and they will last, that nice transfer will last for a lot longer. So here's our lovely finished products. I did this bat on this really funky teacup, a cat in these bowls that I figured there's only a couple of them, so people probably won't buy them. So it'd be a nice ring holder. And with the holidays coming up, I mean, this is something great. You can do your whole Thanksgiving table with unique items and, really give people something to talk about. I think these also make great gifts. And if you are having a good time watching this, if you would like, it would help me out so much. And subscribing, of course, so that you can find these videos that I'm doing of my thoughts and ideas on how to save things from the trash and also make your house and look really cool. So, of course, I would love that. This bear one I think turned out so good. That was the anniversary plate. He is just so fun. I think that makes a great wall hanging. So, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.